Today, we're talking about the landscape for jobs in the crypto and blockchain industry. What's going on, everybody? It is your boy, Crypto Bobby. I hope you are having a great day, great night, wherever you are watching or listening in from. And yeah, today we're going to do something slightly different than a normal video. Rather than talking about just the general industry trends, what might be happening with the price of Bitcoin, Ether, some other altcoin out there, whatever it might be. Today, we're going to get specific, and we're going to talk about the job market, or generally speaking, the job landscape for the blockchain and crypto industry. Part of this is inspired by the fact that now I do this literally on a daily basis. If you don't know, I 4 months ago started my own recruiting firm that works exclusively with companies in the blockchain and crypto industry. So not only do I have the opportunity to work with some of the most well-known and best companies in the crypto industry right now, which is awesome, but I also have the chance to speak to a ton of different talent that is looking for opportunities in the crypto industry as well. So today I wanted to talk and provide a little bit of like a high-level overview about what I'm seeing. If you are somebody that maybe is considering an opportunity in the crypto world, maybe you are looking for a job in the crypto landscape, you're not exactly sure kind of what things are like, what to expect, what to look out for, this video is really meant to be for you. So if you are new to the channel by any chance, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, hit that like button, as well as hit the subscribe, and we'll pop into it. Now, one of the big things that I think I'll preface this conversation with is I'm based out of New York City. Primarily, the vast majority of my clients are based in the United States, so the majority of the opportunities I work on are in the US. There's obviously a massive job market for crypto and blockchain opportunities in Asia. There is also a large market in Europe with London and Berlin. But because I don't have a ton of expertise in those geographical regions, I can't really speak too accurately about them. So I don't want to provide any type of misinformation. So I'm not even going to try to cover specifically the job market and some of the things that are happening within Asia, within Europe. However, there is a significant amount of crossover as far as the type of talent and things like that. But when you're looking at geographies, I would say that the crypto industry as a whole is heavily concentrated in a variety of geographical regions, and by that I mean cities. So when you're looking at the crypto industry, it pays to be in a big city right now, where you're going to open yourself up to the most opportunities if you are in a big city. And in the United States, that is places like New York City and San Francisco primarily, with what I would not consider to be second-tier cities, but second-tier in terms of the amount of job opportunities. I would consider Los Angeles, Chicago, Boston, and Washington, D.C. to also be kind of a step or two below both New York City and San Francisco in regards to the amount of job opportunities that there are. The vast majority of opportunities right now, New York City and San Francisco, with those ancillary positions elsewhere, depending upon the company and where they've chosen headquarters. You can also carry that information over to Europe and to Asia and to some other places like that. Typically, the vast majority of blockchain job opportunities, crypto opportunities, are going to be heavily concentrated in either cities that have a large tech presence or cities that have a large finance presence. So that is something that you definitely want to think about, is places where there has been traditionally those large presences, like New York City is the capital of the financial world for the most part in the United States, but also abroad as well. New York City has a ton of crossover between finance and crypto and blockchain talent, which is why it has become a large hub in the US. Also, San Francisco, on the other end of the spectrum, San Francisco, Silicon Valley, the Bay Area, one of the most well-known places in the world as far as developing new technology companies and for the tech talent that's out there. Yes, it's expensive as hell, but there are a ton of blockchain job opportunities there. So when you are looking at opportunities, if you're in the US, I would either expect to have to be in a place like in New York City, a San Francisco, or maybe with less opportunities in a LA, Chicago, Boston, or Washington, D.C. perhaps, maybe even Austin. But if you are not willing to look at those opportunities, there are remote jobs as well in the blockchain space. However, a lot of companies will say, hey, we'll allow somebody to work remote. That doesn't always work out that way. And so this is actually a report what we're looking at on the YouTube channel. This is a report pulled from LinkedIn and from the team I work with at LinkedIn specifically. I have like a corporate account. I also used to work at LinkedIn, so I have some friends there that help me out with some data. And you can see here, this is a little bit old. This is about 6 months old or so, but there are 16,000 professionals in the blockchain world in the United States. Most of them right now are in New York. 2,800 or so are in New York City, according to LinkedIn. And this, there's definitely some fluctuations as far as the overall exactness of this data. But for all intents and purposes, New York City is the largest place for blockchain talent in the U.S. right now, according to LinkedIn, with San Francisco second and LA third. Now, additionally, you'll note that the gender diversity within this industry, as you might imagine, is pretty terrible. 88% of the talent within the blockchain world right now is male. There's obviously a million different things people can point to as far as the reasons why. I don't want to get into that. It's a fairly hot topic, but for the most part right now, it is definitely a male concentrated industry. And I also do think that if you are a female and you are interested in opportunities within the industry, yes, you are likely going to be outnumbered by dudes, for better or for worse. But I do think that many companies are looking to increase the diversity from a gender perspective, as well as just overall diversity. So that is hopefully a leg up that you might find. And then lastly, when we're looking at this LinkedIn report, it is very hard to find this talent. According to LinkedIn, and as somebody who gets paid to find talent in the blockchain space on a daily basis, yes, it is really difficult to find people that are qualified within this industry already. If you're not going from outside places, it is a very hard place to hire for the time being. So now that we've talked a little bit more about the geographical locations and where you might expect to actually find jobs in the blockchain and cryptocurrency industry, you might be wondering to yourself, what type of jobs are actually out there? And this is a little pinwheel wheel type thing from 101blockchains.com. That's not perfect, but I can dive into my thoughts overall on it, as well as what you can look at. So when you are looking at opportunities in the blockchain and cryptocurrency space, it's important to know that the vast majority of them are going to be for technical talent. When I say technical talent, that's mostly going to be some type of software engineer. Could be a back-end software engineer, full stack, front end. Could be a site reliability engineer, or it could even be some type of technical project management, product manager, whatever it might be. Across the board, technical talent is among the most sought after in the industry, and part of that is due to where we are in the industry as a whole. Most of the companies that are working in the crypto space right now are building technology. And I know that's a somewhat ridiculous statement. Everybody in the technology world is building technology. But where they are in the actual product development lifecycle, most of these companies are early on to the point where they are either not selling the technology yet, either they don't have customers, or they are pre-revenue, they are pre-product market fit. They're very early on in the company lifecycle, in the software lifecycle. So the vast majority of their hires are going to be focused on building that technology, building that product to make sure that they are able to eventually earn profit, eventually sell, whatever it might be, a variety of things. So when you are looking at these opportunities, most of them are concentrated on the engineering and product side of the house, not as much on something like a sales or a new business development side. Now, when you are looking at roles, you also want to take into consideration the size of the company and how far along they've been, and whether or not they've found product market fit and they are bringing in revenue. A seed level company, if you're familiar with venture funding, a seed level company is likely not going to be hiring a VP of sales or a senior salesperson or somebody along that lines. However, a Series B or a Series C company that has started to actually bring in revenue, has a legit product, and has started to find that fit in the long run, they're going to be more likely to look for sales talent or marketing talent or perhaps even legal talent. Across the board, a lot of things depend upon the size of the company as a whole. Now, once you get beyond engineering, once you get beyond technical talent, I understand not everybody watching this video is a software engineer or a technical project manager, product manager out there. So what else is there in the crypto landscape? Well, one of the big things that I think a lot of people have talked about in the past, and I just want to kind of cut the misconception on this, there's a lot of, in the past, or even some websites I was looking at online, a lot of people talked about marketing specialists or community management. I would say the days of people getting hired to run Telegram communities for ICOs mostly over. We'll put that one to bed. People, influencer marketing type stuff, mostly pulled back. Legit marketing talent, yes, that is a definitely a big thing. Also, business development talent or sales talent is another thing that is very much there are numerous opportunities in the industry for that. You do want to, again, take into consideration the size of the company and whether or not there is anything to actually develop from a business side. Is there anything to even sell? That is what you want to take into consideration when you're looking at opportunities. Now, also, the legal landscape in the crypto world is very interesting, and it's something that I've worked on quite a bit. There are numerous opportunities for in-house counsel or for lawyers to work within the blockchain industry with a variety of companies. Fairly early stage companies with 15, 20, 30 people are hiring lawyers very early on for in-house counsel, general counsel type opportunities and type roles. So whether it's engineering, whether it's legal, whether it is marketing, whether it is business development or sales, and then also maybe on the data side. And then if you are, those are really primarily for companies that are building tech and building product. Then you also have the investment side of the house too. If you're looking for crypto funds in particular, you want to work for a crypto fund. They have research analysts. They also have quantitative traders. They have quantitative developers. One thing on a high level note too, when it comes to those research funds, I think a lot of people really enjoy the process of researching, fundamental researching for different crypto assets. I do believe there has been a pretty significant shift, whereas the industry has gone very Bitcoin centric. There's not a lot of liquidity in altcoins. There's not a lot of liquidity in these new projects. So there's definitely been a switch and a move for a lot of these companies out there, that are a lot of these crypto funds that were initially investing in ICOs or token sales or just crypto projects, equity in general, and have moved a little bit more into the active trading of Bitcoin and other assets like it, but primarily Bitcoin. So if you are looking for a job in the blockchain and crypto industry, what do I recommend? What is my thought process there? I believe that you need to understand the value that you bring if you are not working within the industry right now. There is a ton of fantastic talent that is working outside of the crypto industry right now. It is, for the most part, incredibly easy or easier if you are working within the blockchain industry already to transition jobs within it. It's a very relatively seamless transaction. There are similar companies, competitors, etc. It's a lot harder when somebody is looking outside of the industry. They could be fantastic talent. They could be working at a top tech company, a top Wall Street firm. They could have a really wide variety of backgrounds, but it is much more difficult when you're looking to break into the blockchain or to the crypto job market than when you're already in it. So I would say you really want to understand the potential value that you can provide and try to find roles where you would add the most value. Try to find the opportunities where you could bring the most success to a company that would hire you, and that is where you want to concentrate your efforts on. A few different good places to look for job opportunities. LinkedIn is always great. AngelList is great as well. Finding individual company websites is helpful. And then if you are interested in job opportunities in general in the blockchain space, always feel free to check out Proof of Talent as well. We work, again, I work as really a connector of sorts between top crypto companies based in New York City, San Francisco, Boston, kind of the whole 9 yards there within the US. And we work and we connect those companies with talent. There's no fee to work with us. There's no fee at all. And I try to provide as much helpful advice for you when you are looking at opportunities to be, a greater assistance. Even if we can't place you, even if we can't find you an opportunity, I want you to hopefully walk away from the conversation feeling like you learned something and I enabled you to find a new opportunity. So always feel free to go to the proofoftalent.co website as well. And there is a careers page there, so you can check out the open job opportunities that we have. And even if you don't see anything, feel free to submit your resume in too. I'm always happy to have conversations when you send in your resume. and we can always go from there. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have questions about careers in the blockchain industry, how to get a job in crypto, whatever it might be, let me know in the comments. Let me know on Twitter if you're listening to the podcast as well. Just let me know your thoughts. Let me know your questions. And I'm happy to help out really in any way possible, whether it is by making another video on a specific subject or just by answering your comments. Happy to help in any way I can. Again, if you're new to the channel by any chance, make sure to hit that subscribe button and the notify bell. If you've been here for a while, hit that like button. Peace.